Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Didn't I tell you that Poland will be pushed in a direct confrontation with Russia? I said that many times, and sometimes I read comments. My friends, Poland will be the next useful idiot, as Ukraine is right now. Romania could be next. Baltic states nexter. So I have about 6 topics here. I have a few articles where I'm going to show you how Poland is getting ready for war. That's what they say. They're getting ready for war. How Poland, as I said yesterday, is going to wait for the boss's order in order to shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine. I said that yesterday, and here they are. It's exactly what they say. Why? You know the dynamics? That's in psychology. Look at patterns, and you're going to realize how someone thinks in certain situations, circumstances. And when the same circumstances arises, you compare that with in the past behavior and say, oh, most likely they will act the same. Why? Because we have the same process of analyzing information, and we have the same likes and dislikes with small deviation. So that's one. Poland not prepared to hit the Russian missiles unless gets permission from whom? And it's gonna get the permission, all right, from the boss. Next, Poland is getting ready for full-scale conflict. My Polish friends, you got what, 45 million people? A lot. That's the same as the Ukrainians had. So, good job. Good job. Now, Poland deploys thousands of troops at the border with, all right, next one. More than 20,000 Ukrainian men fled Ukraine and crossed the border to this country. Over 20,000. Yesterday I made a video where the Ukrainians reported that more than 400,000 people might have just violated the conscription laws, which are about 195,000 of them. Watch that video that I made yesterday. And then guess who's back? Not the batch, but you can call her that way, is Annalena Baerbock, the, I would say, mediocre at best foreign minister of what used to be great country, free country of Deutschland, Germany. Not anymore. So these are the topics. I got 2 of them because she didn't just say one idiotic thing. He said another idiotic, so said 2 idiotic things that we are going to discuss. So first, new voice of Ukraine. Poland, this is from today, July 11th. Poland not prepared to help patrol Ukrainian airspace without NATO decision. Boss, that's exactly what I did yesterday. What should I do, boss? That's exactly what's going to happen. And when you say NATO, it's not NATO. It's the United States of America telling the baboons in the little pack of wolves what they should do. And they send these baboons, they get killed, and then they say one, and they send another one, and in the end say, okay, all right, peace, Russia, peace. Right, now you came to me. I'm not going to get hurt or anything. Oh, those guys are all dead. That's the way it is. So, let's read what these guys are saying. Poland will not shoot down yet Russian missiles over Western Ukraine without a corresponding collective decision by all NATO allies. Yeah, because as I said, the Russians have a soft spot for you, Poland, if you get involved. They won't gonna you up. Oh, you don't think so? I put everything I have on the Russians, that they will not have patience with the Poles. The Poles know it, and they want NATO. They want NATO to fight Russia. Polish Minister of National Defense Władysław Kosiniak-Kamyz, or Kamyz, said in an interview with Polskie Radio on July 10th. Ukraine has long requested that Russian cruise missiles heading west be intercepted from NATO territory. That is a direct intervention. It is like a no-fly zone. Ask Gaddafi how that worked for him, and so on. And ask Saddam Hussein as well. There were no-fly zones over their own countries. Dictated by whom? By the defense alliance of NATO. You can't make shit up. Now, it says here, the minister added that there is currently no agreement with the alliance on the issue. He pointed to Washington's position, which he declared that it does not want an escalation of the conflict. You mofos have been escalating it since before the war started. What are you talking about? CIA bases in weapons over there, instructors in the, how do they call it? Neutral country of Ukraine. Not to mention the 2014 coup organized and helped and by the Ukrainians. They overthrew an democratically elected legitimate government. And the Americans immediately recognized the overthrowers, usurpers. And I'm quoting, of course, the missile on the territory of the Republic of Poland, there are different procedures. Of course, for missiles on the territory of the Republic of Poland, there are different procedures. In that case, it's our decision. This guy knows he's lying to you and to himself. But since we're not baboons, we don't believe what he says. Neither he does. Earlier, White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby, that baboon, commented on Poland's potential role in shooting down Russian missiles over Ukraine, stating the United States does not want the war in Ukraine to escalate. That will happen, but the Russians will smack them. The Russians will tell them clearly, if you do that, we're going to do this. And we're going to attack your guys in your countries. And no. The Poles, yes. The Romanians, yes. The Ukrainians, yes. The Baltic states, yes. The Germans, yes. The French, yes. The Brits, yes. The Americans, peace. You'll see. So here it is. Next one. Next article we find out from Reuters, and it's from July 10th. Poland must prepare army for full-scale conflict, Army chief says. Got that? So my Polish friends, sorry, I have a good friend who lives in United States of America, and I'm friends with him on Facebook, and my friend, go and fight for your country. All right, Poland needs to prepare its soldiers for all-out conflict, its Armed Forces Chief of Staff said on Wednesday. I thought an army is supposed to have that. So what changed? Isn't an army supposed to be prepared for a full-scale war? That's its job. It's like I say, well, a truck driver must learn how to drive a truck. Isn't that in the job description? Jesus Christ, man. All right. Said on Wednesday, as the country boosts the number of troops on its border with Russia and Belarus. Ready? And that gets me to the next one, which is coming from Sputnik from 20 hours ago. Poland to deploy 17,000 troops to guard eastern border. Yeah, that's not an escalation. The right to do that? Well, if you have that right, didn't the Russians have the same right when they brought their military to the border with Ukraine, while the Ukrainian army were killing the ethnic Russians in the east of Ukraine, in Donbass? No? Remember what the Western countries said? Pull back. Well, that's an escalation. Pull back. Oh, no. So here is self-defense. Over there is what? Invasion. Why? Because the Poles are peaceful. You want to know how peaceful the Poles are? Why don't you look in history? And you're going to find out. There's nobody peaceful when you have the power and you want something from a weaker or perceived weaker guy. Then you show how peaceful you are. You just go and grab it. And if you, in the meantime, get poked in the eye or, I don't know, grabbed by the nostrils, that's a different story. All right, look at the Polish history in the 14th century, 15th century, 16th century and 17th centuries, because then in 1794 it ceased to exist as Poland. It was by the guys that they went left and right, and the guys, when they got bigger, they fucked them up. And now the Poles did not forget that. They want something again with the Ruskis. The Polish army will increase the number of military personnel to guard its eastern border to 17,000, with 9,000 in a rapid border reaction force, Deputy Defense Minister Pavel Bejda said on Wednesday. Ready, my friends? There you go. Next article. Oh, from the New Voice of Ukraine. Over 20,000 Ukrainian men fled to the country of, the one that I always call as fake country, false, Moldova. Since early 2022, 20,000. Moldova is small. Now I think it has like 2.5 million people. 20,000 people over there? That's not easy. Are they going to send them back? Why did they why did they flee? Are they cowards, or they don't want to participate in the crime? Or they don't want to fight their brothers, the Russians? All of the above could be. Data obtained by the publication indicates that from February 24, 2022 to May 31, 2024, about 23,500 Ukrainian men entered Moldova illegally, bypassing official entry points. However, the term quote-unquote illegal is ambiguous in this context, the report notes. The first thing a Ukrainian refugee does upon arriving in Moldova is surrender to authorities. Doesn't matter. You got 23,500 at least that moved out because they don't want to fight for Zelensky Stein and its hordes. Now what do we have? Anna-Lena. Oh, what's going on, Anna-Lena? There she is. All right? Yeah. All right. So she speaks with that weasel, and her name is Anapur. Christine Anapur, who tries to speak like a British and always very, very much like this. Anyway, here she is. German foreign minister says that mediocre at best. We must stay united in our common goal of defending our democracy. All right, question. Can you identify who our is in this? Am I included? I think you should fight to preserve freedom, because without freedom, especially freedom of speech, you don't have a democracy. Right? Democracy needs freedom, liberty, freedom of speech, and so on. It's not democracy that gives us that. No, it's freedom who gives us democracy. So she's an imbecile. We knew that, didn't we? So defending our democracy, you don't defend shit. You just have people die for materialistic, for financial interests far, far away from Ukraine. That's what it is. What democracy? And you have democracy in Germany or in France? You gotta be kidding me. Especially in Germany. You want me to give you an example with Germany? What happened with Alternative for Deutschland? It's an extremist. We're gonna wiretap them, we're gonna listen to them, we're gonna infiltrate them. That's your democracy. Now, you see, without freedom, you don't have democracy, baby doll. Next one, and again, we stay with Anna-Lena Baerbock. This comes from Ukrainska Pravda. This is what the infantile says. German foreign minister criticizes Hungarian prime minister, guess for what? For his, quote-unquote, peacekeeping trips. So that's bad. Bad. What about war-making trips? Oh, all for it. So the imbecile, Anna-Lena Baerbock, is upset with the Hungarian prime minister, who has a sovereign country, independent country, and independent foreign policy, right? Should have, with Mr. Peter Szijjártó, my favorite, one of my favorite foreign ministers, together with Lavrov, Xi Jinping, what's his name? The Chinese. Anyway, I'm going to Dr. Jaishankar. Wang Yi is the Chinese, and Dr. Jaishankar of India. These are the four. The rest are nothing. It used to be an Iranian one, Zarif. That was good when Ahmadinejad, the president, was in power. The guy who negotiated for Iran the so-called the nuclear deal, I heard the guy speak, and attacked by poor and all these weasels. Smart, ballsy, good brain, big balls. Now, if he was good or not, it's up to him. More good or more bad, we don't know. So here she's upset with the Hungarian prime minister for going to Zelensky Stein, then going to Putin Stein, with Putin, and then going to Xi Jinping, and then going to Washington D.C. to discuss peace measures. And he also went and saw Macron, and he also went and saw Anna-Lena Baerbock's boss, supposedly, which is Mr. Chancellor Scholz. So he went around, and she's upset at his peacekeeping trips. So she wants war-making trips. Yeah, I think so. So she's, as I said, the same. And here it is. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock has sharply criticized Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban's trips to Russia and China. But she doesn't know the guy went to Germany, went to France, went to... she doesn't criticize Ukraine and to Washington, D.C. on his self-proclaimed peace mission. So what? If you do that, he should criticize you? He can, but aren't you an independent country? That's the difference. You're not. Hungary is. All right, trips to proclaim peace mission, stressing that they do not reflect the position of the EU. Correct. That's what he said. I'm not going here as the... No, I'm just going to get information. I'm not negotiating anything. I'm discussing information to see where everybody else is. I watched an interview with an idiot from Der Welt. I made a video. Go and watch it a minute ago. I uploaded it. So that's what Orban said. I'm going to get information firsthand and then go and expose it and say this is it. What's wrong with that, Annalena Baerbock? Anyway, asked about her opinion on Orban's peacekeeping trips, quote unquote, Baerbock said, well, also, is that what it is? Well, also, sometimes you wonder about the ego, especially for some men. That's sexist, bitch. Especially for men. Respect yourself, baby doll. Every country in the European Union knows. How do you know that? You don't make an opinion poll? Every country knows that, especially in the field of foreign policy and security, the responsibility doesn't lie with the presidency of the EU Council, which only lasts for 6 months, but with a high representative of the European Union for foreign politics. An unelected individual. Baerbock explained. She explained to the baboons. My friends. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today, my friends. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Just us.